Good evening and thanks for joining us again on the program Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria, a program sponsored by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development to update you on the happenings at the Agric Ministry and her agencies. I'm your regular host, Gabriel Ojile. The program continues with a review of projects undertaken under the rural development component of the ministry with a focus on rural electrification projects in the southwest geopolitical zone of Nigeria through the provision of solar-powered street light across various communities in the region. We shall be looking at the impact of such projects to the benefiting communities. Keep watching.
And the production cost, we spend not more than 250 per hectare. And on that 1 hectare, we were able to see 35 to 40 metric tons per hectare. 1 metric ton of cassava per hectare is 50,000. If you realize 35 tons of cassava per hectare and you sell it each ton 50,000, that 50,000 multiplied by 35.
The program kicks off with News Diary. Let's get informed on happenings out there as it concerns agricultural development in Nigeria. Please stay tuned.
Stakeholders in the agricultural sector have launched the African Catfish Value Chain, an initiative to address the challenges in catfish farming as well as boost production. Speaking during the launch, which took place in Abuja, the representatives of the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization FAO, Fred Kafiro, stated that the project reiterates FAO's commitments to transform the catfish subsector. Kafiro added that the program, which has the theme Fish for ACP, is a global fish value chain development program set up by the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States. It is being implemented by the FAO and funded by the EU and the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development to grow the fisheries subsector. Also speaking, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Ernest Omahihe, represented by the Director of Special Duties of the Ministry, Fausat Lawal, said Fish for ACP initiative aims to ensure economic, social and environmental sustainability of the fishery and aquaculture value chains. Umahiye added that the ministry has been supporting fish farmers to boost catfish subsector because of its potential for job creation and widening of business opportunities. He also stated that the ministry will support the implementation of the program. The Nigerian Young Farmers Network has advised the federal government to divert large percentage of funds saved from fuel subsidy withdrawal to the National Agricultural Development Fund, NADF. Abubakar Musa, the national president of the association, gave the advice in a press statement in Abuja. Musa said that this will foster sustainable agricultural practices and support the growth and development of the nation's agricultural sector, as well as enhance food security. He also commended the Tinubu administration for taking a bold step to withdraw fuel subsidy.
Every part of Nigeria has something to offer.
Welcome back. And if you're just tuning in, you are watching the program Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria. The Department of Rural Development of the Ministry in the last dispensation carried out quite a number of projects which we have been reviewing on the program. This week we are looking at the provision of solar-powered street lights to selected communities in the states of the Southwest. Our focus in this first segment is on Lagos, Ogun and Ekiti states. Don't go away.
The solar-powered streetlight projects, which were executed by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development in all the 6 states that make up the Southwest region, were spread across the nooks and crannies of the rural and semi-urban communities of these states for maximum benefit to residents. Beginning with Lagos State, the ministry executed 5 different solar-powered streetlight projects comprising of 234 units. These projects were sited in various communities in the states. 45-unit solar-powered streetlights were installed at Samuel Street and Adetutu Street, Egbeda area of Alimosho local government area of Lagos State. Residents comment on the impact of these streetlights.
It is playing an important role because it makes people to see us and what we are selling. It beautifies our environment also.
It is good for us because whenever it is on at night, it illuminates what we are selling here and it assists in getting patronage from customers. The role it plays is that people can easily see us and light up everywhere, even for those passing by.
There is also the provision and installation of another 45-unit solar-powered streetlights at Onigbangan area of Maryland in Ikeja local government area of Lagos State. This has also been completed, and according to the residents as well as other users of this facility, the light has further boosted their economy as well as increased the social life in that area.
Honestly, we thank God for this light. Before they put this light, you cannot see well. When crossing the road at night, you may enter potholes. But since they put up this light, you can see things clearly.
We thank the government for the street light because it lights up our wares. It protects our wares from being stolen because before now, thieves used to come and steal our wares and other goods. But now the light prevents them. It also makes people to see what we are selling. And God has been wonderful. We thank the government.
The story is similar at Olode Okuta Street off Agege Motor Road, Surulere Phase 2, where the Department of Rural Development of the Ministry provided residents with 45 units of solar-powered streetlights. Some residents attest to the positive impact of the streetlights.
We are enjoying the light. Sometimes ago, there was no light in this area. We had problem of electricity, but now this light is regular. You know, when people want to buy something, they will like to see what they want to buy. We are enjoying.
Those of us here, we are enjoying the light. We stay there at night. It reduces stealing and robbery. It prevents robbers from finding where to hide. We are enjoying the light. It helps a lot in commerce because when we keep our properties, thieves will not come and steal them. We are also able to go out freely without being robbed.
9 units of solar-powered streetlights were also installed at Odejai Crescent off Alamu Street, Surulere, in Surulere local government area of the state.
Here we are now.
Engineer Banjo Olalekan was the State Engineer, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Lagos State Office, when the projects were carried out. He speaks on the project.
In this area we are now, so actually is 45 in number here, in this Okuta road here, and it illuminates this environment. This environment, where we are now, in the night, you will be afraid to pass through this place. But since this light is here now, people are very happy. Even to pass here in the night, you will not be afraid. And also, it helps security-wise, this environment. When you come to this place in the evening, you will love to see that street lights. The material used can stand the test of time because it's galvanized pipe. And also, the base also very, very strong because we make sure we supervise them to make sure the right thing is done. And even when you feel it, you see that the rigidity is strong. Yes, because this environment, things like that has to be done because this environment is a waterlogged environment.
Tafawa Balewa Crescent off Adeniro Ogusanya Road, Surulere, is another area where the Department of Rural Development of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development installed 90 units of the solar-powered streetlights. This project has made an impact in the lives of residents and other users of the area.
A monitoring team.
Olayinka Akeredolu is the State Coordinator, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Lagos State Office.
The state monitoring team has the assignment of monitoring projects. That is, before the project starts, I know the project site. When the contractors move to site, they will be coming regularly to see what they are doing and checking to ensure that it meets the requirement on the BOQ, the bill of quantity. When the contract is awarded, there is a bill of quantity that states what they need to do and the process they need to put in place. So the monitoring team has the assignment of ensuring that they comply to the bill of quantity of the job.
For those who work and live in this area, the streetlight projects brought positive changes to their businesses and lives in general. In Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, the people of Erinlu community, Molikwa Express, in Ijebu-Ode local government area, are among the beneficiaries of the solar street light projects of the Rural Development Department of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. Here in this community, the department provided and installed 20 units of solar-powered street lights. Like some of the residents testified, the project drastically reduced the spate of crime in the area.
The light is good. We appreciate the government. Myself and my chiefs went to inspect it. When it first came on, in fact, night was like a day. The light was very bright. If they can help us do the rest, because I don't think the ones done are more than 35. If they can do it completely, it will be very good.
It's very okay. The light is good. It is very okay. Once it is 7 p.m., it comes on. This area was bushy before. It used to be dark and they used to rape and do all sorts before. But since they installed the light, all that has stopped. Once it comes on by 7 p.m., it is usually on till 7 a.m. the following day. Since they fixed it, everybody in this area is praying for them. It is very nice. It has many advantages. No hiding place for criminals again. It is okay.
Every stage of the Engineer Olayinka Olaoshebikon is the Chief Technical Officer, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Ogun State.
This is a project they have been yearning for. And when it came, it's a soko to them because all along they have been having security challenges here. And since we know that they have been having security challenges, we come on weekly basis to monitor the commencement of the project and the progress of the project. And to the best of my knowledge and ability, quality project has been delivered because we ensured that every stage of the project, quality materials are specified in the bill of quantity and BEME are strictly followed.
The State Coordinator, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Ogun State Office, speaks on the efforts of the State Office to ensure these projects stand the test of time.
So on Thursday and Tuesday, we go around and see what's happening. And at any point in time, only like Saturday we are here. At every critical stage of the project, we always come around and see the whole thing holistically. Because there's no project, there's no design that is perfect. There are times we need to cut and fill. So when we are around, we rub minds together and see how we can do. If it requires us connecting Abuja, we do. Just to make sure that the project stands the test of time and it achieved the purpose why it was awarded.
Afao Ekiti, under Irepodun Ifelodun local government area of Ekiti State, benefited from the rural electrification projects. 16 units of the solar-powered streetlights were installed, a development which has not only reduced crime rates in the area, but also contributed positively to nighttime economic activities of the people.
Since they have done the lights, I don't usually put on the light in my room again. It is the light from the solar power that brightens my room. Also, since they did this light, I've also decided to be selling bean cakes because in the evening, the boys and some of the young men used to come around and play football. So I sell the bean cakes to them. So for me, the benefit of this light is very important.
Formerly, at night, all these petty thieves and robbers would steal goats, chickens, and other valuables. But since the coming of the light, they no longer come at all. Even at midnight, our minds are at rest. Even when dogs bark, we do not become alarmed. As thieves, Do not bother us again.
Engineer Aladesui Oluwadamilare, the State Engineer, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Ekiti State Office, commented on the developments.
In every project, we use a bill, a generic bill, to supervise. So in the bill, there is a measurement, the type of materials to be used. So we supervise based on the bill. So that is it. So we didn't compromise.
Still in Ekiti State, Otu Ekiti in Moba local government area of Ekiti North Senatorial District benefited through the installation of 22 units of solar-powered streetlights. Daramola Oluwafemi, the Ekiti State Coordinator, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, speaks on the projects in his state.
By virtue of our assignment and duty as a ministry, we are to develop the rural road and rural community. And under this, we have further intervention apart from rural road. You can see we do provide solar street light. Some people can be saying, what's our business in providing solar rural light? We believe that what we are trying to see is, we are saying we want to check rural migration to the urban. And why are people trying to move to the urban area? Is to enjoy some of these amenities too in the urban. So the federal government believes if we bring all these activities, all these interventions, if you to bring it down to them at the rural level, when they can enjoy good roads, they have access to light during the night, and even water. We do provide boreholes. So if all these things are available in the rural setup or rural communities, what are they looking for in the urban area? They will prefer to settle, and when they settle, we have large expanse of land for farming activities. So our youths will now be able to settle in the rural area and practice agriculture. And with this, it will enhance food security in the country and in Ekiti in particular.
Oyebade Richard supervised the projects.
We actually always come to site every day to check for each specification of every component that to be installed, and even on, right from the form work, the metal that is to be used, the power rating of the panel that is to be used, and all other specifications are always checked just to control quality.
The program is transforming agriculture in Nigeria, and we are reviewing rural electrification projects in the southwest. Earlier on, we took inventory of solar-powered streetlights installed in rural and semi-urban communities in Lagos, Ogun, and Ekiti states. Our next segment will focus on other states in the southwest, namely Oyo, Ondo, and Osun states. Don't go away.
Oyo State, southwest Nigeria was not left out of the solar-powered street lights project of the ministry. Yana Orioke Cherubin and Seraphim Road, Isale Boni, in Igoho town of Oruolekwe local government area of Oyo State, benefited with the provisions and installation of 16 units solar-powered street light. Beneficiaries commend the federal government for the project.
The street light benefits are many. It exposes thieves and prevents them from stealing and robbing at night, especially midnight. It allows our young children to move easily and freely, both day and night, without any problem. We want assistance to have more in some areas that don't have it.
The modern light that they did for us is very satisfactory. We need more of it. Let the government continue the project, because since they did it, we have seen its benefits.
Engineer Idris Biliamino Olasukomi is the state engineer who supervised this project. He speaks on the impact.
By the time we brought this project, they are very, very happy. Even the bricklayer here, the weather here, the weather, they are all benefited from the program because 1 naira or 2 naira get to their purse. You know, they are very happy. Even if you can see from this place that everybody is very, very happy because no darkness. The quality of solar street light we brought here is fantastic.
In Ondo State, the provision and installation of 16 units of solar-powered streetlights at Agbara Community Extension, Alagbaka area, Ilado Road, Akure Local Government Area of Ondo State is another example of the rural development project of the ministry. Residents of the area comment.
Really helpful when you're coming at night, before everywhere is always dark. But due to this project, if you come here at the night, you see that everywhere will be very light up. You will see everyone, and it's for security purpose. So it has been really helpful to the neighborhood and everyone, and even to me as well.
If we are passing by at night, it always looks like daytime, and we don't get scared anymore. Even those that are on the roadside are no longer scared because our minds are at peace. We just walk around the way we like. Truly, now we are not scared. When everywhere was dark, we were always struggling to pass by. If you come here around 6 p.m., you will not see anybody. But now the story is different.
Solar-powered streetlights were provided and installed at Oke Ijebu Sawmill, Akure North and Akure South Federal Constituency area of Ondo State. Parts of this project was strategically located inside the sawmill to further boost the business of the sawmillers. According to beneficiaries, it is serving its purpose.
At night, all this place is very dark always, and that's the reason that we prayed God for God to give us the government that He can give us good things. That is the part of the good that government has provided for us. Because at night, thieves and many come to this place to steal our wood. Maybe at times the security is here, but it cannot work without lights. That is the reason that we pray that may God will still help our government to do more.
If the federal government or state government can put in more effort, it will make us happy every time. Because there are times that we bring in plywood at night, and it's the light that we use in cutting the wood for production. Therefore, if the government can help us, we would really appreciate it. We are pleading with them. Since they are capable, they should help us more.
Tony Otuoye is the State Coordinator of Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Ondo State Office. He speaks on the importance of this project to this community.
The mandate in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture is to alleviate poverty, create employment, and then most importantly, food security. But sometimes there's other projects such as this is also to enhance good living for the people. Like in the rural areas, these street lights will seem to urbanize the place, give them a good environment. It reduces crime, and most of them testify that after the street light, crime has reduced. Then people can move around freely without fear of molestation. And then it enhances security because the vigilante and the rest of them will be able to man the environment much better. And then some people also work in the night, so it will also facilitate their movement and their visibility.
That is where we draw the curtains on this episode of Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria. Please do well to keep a date with us next week, same time, same station, for another episode cataloging the activities of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. Bye for now.